families have migrated from one area to the other. We should embrace that and we should welcome that, because that is true. You know, that builds harmony, that builds bridges between communities and people. It can only be a good thing.
I think that if people were allowed to come and go freely from this country, you'd find there wasn't such a rush to get in the first place. It's only this idea that you can't get in that makes people want to get in, and once you're here, the fear that if you leave, you won't be able to get back in. People come and go, people move around, they always have done. I think we should try it.
I'm holding these. This is my life. I'm not here because I'm bragging. I am here to let you know what exactly is happening in the world. All asylum seekers who are here are not here to beg, are not here because they need free life. They are here because they need a chance which has not been given to them in their country.
Okay. And what's your general feeling about the immigration controls that the UK has at the moment then?
Well, they're a bit ridiculous, really, I think, because they operate in ways that lead to stigmatisation and to persecution, really, of people. And, you know, people have to live on hardly any money a week.
I think the institutional side of the last 2 or 3 years has become significantly worse. That there's always been a culture of disbelief in the Home Office towards people's asylum claims, and that culture of disbelief is now really in danger of spreading to the judiciary as well.
Individuals who come seeking international protection should not be forced to leave this country until their cases have been fully and properly considered.
For me, I just think it's really, really important that people understand what they're actually going through, because they're going through a lot.
There's so much adverse attention on the way in which people get here, and there's very little focus on the reason for which they are actually claiming international protection.
It's approximately 5% of all the refugees in the world are hosted in Europe. The vast majority of refugees are not hosted in Europe.
How do you think the campaign is going today?
Great. Real lively in it.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
You enjoyed yourself?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I'm like really sick and tired of the way in which asylum seekers and refugees are demonised in this country.
The tag that is often put on those individuals is that they're coming for economic purposes. An individual saying that they're at the end of their asylum interview, if they say, "Oh, please allow me to work in this country and I'll show a benefit I can be to your community," that is then misinterpreted by the person who's making the decision to say, "You've admitted you come here for economic purposes."
I don't think the way they're treated is that fair. I don't know if this is spot on, but I know that when the immigrants do come in and they're applying for refuge in this country, I know they're not allowed to work.
One of the most amazing things is that when you go and visit people in prison, you can find people who have been imprisoned for working. That working is a crime under the immigration laws.
It's getting tougher and tougher for immigrants and refugees to settle in this country and to get what they deserve.
We're Brides Without Borders, and the reason we're here today is to highlight how families are separated by immigration control, and to highlight some of the new laws that say, for example, you can't marry a non-European citizen now in this country without permission from the Home Secretary.
A law like saying you cannot marry anybody as long as somebody is illegal. How can you direct love? How can you choose whom you're supposed to love?
I think what's important for something like this is the message that it sends to people on the streets, to the public, and it's part of having a debate, having an argument to try and roll back the racism that's become very prevalent.
I work with refugees, and people are constantly getting their windows smashed, being harassed in the street, being physically attacked.
I think the better debate would be if actually letting the refugees and asylum seekers tell you about their actual story, instead of getting the media to put out all this rubbish. That's the reason why I don't read the papers.
That's Mansour Hassan. He's an investigative journalist. He moved to Manchester from Pakistan in 2002. When he was in Pakistan, he wrote stories about drug gangs, tampering with food supplies, and honour killings. When he wrote a story about an honour killing involving a government official, his home was burnt down. He moved house 4 times in Pakistan, and he still wasn't safe, so he's moved to Britain to try and seek refuge.
My name is Sakila Mansoor. My husband is a journalist. Moving here affects me a lot. It affects me that I was unable to work here. It affects because I was a teacher and I was an active member of the society. I was teaching there Urdu, economics and maths. And now I am working with the asylum seeker families and refugee families. And I am doing interpreting for them, I am making dentists for them, I am making GPs for them, and I am getting admission for their children in secondary schools and in primary schools, and also I am getting admissions in adult education centers for the adults. Asylum seekers are here only for shelter or for asylum, to save their lives, not to earn money. It's not to earn money. It's just to save their lives. So just consider them as they are.
I'm Taimur Hassan. I'm 12 years old. In this building, they told my dad to go to Pakistan. The immigration authorities did not bother what was going on around them. They did not take anything seriously. They told him to go back to Pakistan, keep his mouth shut, and change his profession. I think that's a violation of Article 19, freedom of expression. If we were deported to Pakistan, the freedom of expression of me and my dad will be violated because my dad would not be able to have his freedom of expression because he wouldn't be able to be allowed to make a journalist, and the freedom of expression of me will be violated because I wouldn't be able to go to school again. So that's 2 people's lives that are ruined because of being deported back to Pakistan.
My name's Jenny Lennox and I'm the assistant organiser, and this is the Northern Office of the National Union of Journalists. Mansour's story was a personal case like any other for us to pick up, and so we felt that we got involved on a personal level, and because of our involvement, Mansour then came along to Manchester branch meetings, and the branch wanted to take up his claim for asylum in this country. They wanted to support him and wanted to see him stay in Manchester. As a whole, it's important that we allow journalists to express themselves, and so Mansour's case is part of that. He did a great job in Pakistan looking at honour killings and exposing links with the police and drug trafficking. So he did an awful lot of really good work, and the idea that he should be suppressed, which is what the adjudicator was suggesting really, that Mansour should go back and stop being a journalist. It's what we all do every day of our lives, and the union defends that right to do that, and therefore it's important that we defend his rights and allow him to be a journalist.
We are in the European Court. We are going to put a fresh application to the Home Office. If you see the record of last year, 2004, many unions were not involved in such type of activities, but as NUU taken up my campaign. Now, Fire Brigade Union supported my campaign, and other lecturers and teachers union supported the asylum-seeking people. As a family, we have paid a lot for our journalistic work. So now we need peace and we need to live like human beings.
I got married to my wife. I loved her, and my families did not accept my decision, but I have no other choice because my wife's parents decided her marriage with some other person. Because of we take this action and we got married without our parents' permission. When our parents got this news, they are against with us. They tried to threaten us. First they tried to threaten us and try to separate us, but we are not like to live separate. After the fear of honor killing, we fled from our homes. Then my friend helped me and we fled from Pakistan. Although we have been here from last 3 years, our families did not forgive us. We will be killed if we go back to Pakistan, if we return Pakistan. It's very hard to make friends in our present situation. Because of this, we feel isolation. Totally isolation, cut off our studies, our sports, everything. These things make me, my wife, older than our ages. I fear to make friends. I feel shy to tell here I am asylum seeker because asylum become abuse here. Most people not like asylum seeker. I'm living in Pakistan a good standard living. I use gym. I play cricket, I have a work job. I am a very active person in Pakistan. I did not came here as a economic migrant. I came here to save my life, my wife's life. I have ability to work. I am graduate in journalism. I have accounting diploma. I have computer knowledge. My wife is highly educated. We are able to work. I need to start work because of my child's. I need to earn some and give good life to my child's. In this age, the memories remain forever, but we are not able to give them good memories.
The definition of home should be a place where there is love, a place where you are welcomed, and a place where you have peace, and a place where you feel you're safe. The word of home has no meaning to me because I lost my home. And even if I try to look for home, I'm still searching for home. I've never found home. So I can't say I've got home. There's no home, and there's no meaning of home anymore. I thought I could have a place where I would live and try to put all the memories behind me. I thought this was a place where I could have a box where I could lock up my bad memories and have a key whereby I could open up any time I wanted, but not opening up the box all the time. And that kills me. There are conflicts in the northern part of Uganda. There is a war that has been surviving for 18 or 19 years plus, and it has claimed a lot of lives. whereby the young ones, children, are recruited by force into the rebel group to fight the present government. So the country is really disturbed. There is no peace at the moment. So definitely Uganda is not well. What caused me to leave home? First of all, when I was 13 years of age, my parents were not Christians. First of all, they converted into Islam. My dad was a politician during Idi Amin's regime, and he wanted to safeguard his family by converting into Islam because he used to support the opposite side, the opposite regime, which was the UPC. So they wanted me to get married and convert into Islam when I was 13 years of age. And this was just an insult just to get into my father's head because he had refused what they said. And so because he said he's not joining the group and he's not allowing me to marry one of the converts, I was attacked. This is really hard. I can't do this.
Sorry, take your time.
I was abducted. 4 men grabbed me when I was from school. They put me into the car. Then they drove me to the nearest roadblock. I was gang raped one by one. They burnt me all over my body with road metals, and I was dropped beside the road where I was picked up by a passenger vehicle from the city to my home. The situation that I'm in is a situation which is of uncertainty. The UK government has not granted me any status. In fact, I'm not recognized. I'm not living as a human being. To them, I don't exist.
You may think I'm standing here because I want you or any other person to grant me a chance to start working. No, I'm standing here because I'm campaigning for a post. Which post is to be a member of ML, and that is a member of life. Not a member of parliament, but I'm campaigning for my life. I have to give a very big thank you. Please, just help me and allow me to mention this to you for the group that has helped me to find a solicitor who has now put in a fresh claim for me within the 28 days that the Home Office have been granted. Please clap for my campaigning group. Thank you.